Is ready to rock and roll. Thank you so much for joining the after show. I'm Sean Katina, and we're going to go over some earnings as they come flying through right now. So if we could put that board up there, Fabian, let's get ready to rock and roll. As I just noticed, I got to put Stream Deck up over on this computer so we can get it ready to go right now. So, okay, here we go. Where is that board? If we can start talking about that, let's get going on that one right now because GTLB, are we out on GitLab yet? Come on, computer, let's go. See if we can get some changes here on GitLab. It doesn't look like anything's happening right now as we'll double check everything with you. We are here today with everybody, man. Close this. We're looking for some news here. Any of the big names come through, we will have it for you. I'm really just Elon Musk. It's hard to describe how incredible Burning Man Festival is. Okay, thank you for that, Elon. Right there, anytime we see a Tesla highlight there, we're going to look at this. But right now, I'm not really seeing much coming through on the board here. Thank you to Benzinga Pro for this. And we'll wait to see if any earnings come out. And then we'll bring them to you ASAP. We're looking at GitLab. Again, you know, big into AI, everything there. The big one for me is Zscaler because, again, you want to talk about internet security, you're going to talk about Zscaler. There it is, a nice little tick up to 173. I called this move possible today for Zscaler. It's a nice move going to the upside. That's just a daily chart? What? All of a sudden, this whole layout is completely bunktified right now. So we'll get working on that one as Zscaler making a move back up right now. I apologize, I guess. It's not to blame anybody, but this layout was changed. Zscaler right there, nice move up. We'll have a look at that. Other than that, what did you say just came out there, Brenda? Oh, Asana came out. Okay, so we'll check out Asana, ASAN, see what's happening on that one right now. Doesn't look like we're getting much of a move on that, up to 23 bucks. But again, 21 up to 23 right now for Asana trying to go. We do have written on here, I'm trying to get a 1 minute chart, but again, I don't think this is showing after market action right now. So we'll have to adjust that. But right now, Asana trying to make that move up. It's not a huge day for earnings. So there it is, Asana right now coming out. You know, you might want to go to a sauna after you work out, but for right now, we'll just look at this one. Good. At least I got a laugh from Brendan there. It doesn't happen too often. Quarterly loss of just 4 cents right now, but beating 11 on the mark there, 63% beat. So that's real nice. But again, Asana right now coming through with just 22.57. So not much happening on that one. The big name that we wait for, I guess, I don't have the numbers yet, but the biggest one by market cap is going to be Zscaler, as you'll see it up on here. Market cap 24 billion. Doesn't look like it's out yet at all. That is Zscaler. So, hey man, let's just check out who's here. I know I have roll call written down a little bit afterwards, but let's just, oh, Zscaler's out apparently? Okay, well, once it hits on this, I will find it for you. But right now, what's up to Darwin? What's up to Ponzi's here? What's up to Mint is here? Yo, what's up, Mint? Right now, Vin is here. Bears versus Bulls. Yo, Saskatchewan. We really like that. There's GTLB. So we can actually look it up on here. What's up? This is the chat. We'll keep that going. ZS. Our quotes are still up right now. So if Zscaler is running here, we'll be able to find out about it right now. Yes. So 164 up to 168. So we'll go bang. For Zscaler. Again, another call that we made late in the day. Said we're looking for a beat on Zscaler, so there it is right now. Yo, what's up, D. Westermeyer? He's here, but he's driving, so don't post in the chat. Take your time driving, my guy there. What's up to Tony Price? Randy's here. Mike Pena's here. Dinesh is here. Bob is here. Yo, what's up, Bob? Right now, what do you call it? I'll tell you that joke afterwards. Maybe it's not appropriate. All right, keep on going there. Ola to Dinesh as we keep on going. Target? Is Target moving around on something? There's the Zscaler news right now. So, wow, Zscaler again. Congratulations, anybody's got that. But Benzinga, just to talk about it, here it is right now. Let's go over to the screen quickly as we've got Zscaler in right now. Q4, 64 cents versus 49. So that's a good one, man. We're expecting that kind of a beat. A beat on sales, 455 versus 430 for Zscaler. There it is right here. So estimated revenue, we just talked about that. Nice one. Oh, the estimated. Okay, so revenue between 472 to 474 versus 464. So they're beating on the forward guide as well right now. 48 versus 49 versus 45. So here we go, man. It's a nice one right there for Zscaler. So it looks like this is what I said last week. When you guys were on this show with me last week, we talked about it with PanW. We talked about it with CrowdStrike. up, up, and away as we continue to march higher. And I said, I think the big cap tech name that I like, I've been talking a lot about about Tesla on dips. We've been talking a lot about Amazon on dips. I want to buy some Uber on dips. Adding Cisco there. Not one chart, man. Looks too much better than CSCO right now. Cisco with some nice moves to the upside. Look at this chart on the daily, man. Maybe if Michael Noss is around, I mean, we didn't talk too much today, but I wouldn't mind. He might want to talk a little bit about SPY. Okay, we could do that. But Michael, although I'm not ready for him yet, Fabian. We'll call him when we're ready, because I know Michael Noss is always ready, but I wouldn't mind getting a look, Michael, if you're listening on Cisco. I really like this name. You're cruising above the 50 period. Look at it, just respecting this 50 period moving average. Cisco with a real nice move, man, and I just like the valuation on this name. Let me call up right now Trade Ideas. Let's put this right back in and call up CSCO now. Let's see what is, obviously their float is huge, 4 billion. What is the current price to earnings? Ooh, I like that, baby. We're at 21 on the price to earnings right now. You're not going to get many major cap tech names that are at 21. But I feel like for Cisco, that is relatively high based on where it is historically, but we'll find out about Cisco as it's coming through. And here we go. There's Asana starting to go to the upside a little bit. So a nice little break for Asana today. Again, negative on the earnings, EPS there today. Market cap only 3 billion. A lot of float here for Asana. Short float 11%. So we'll see if that can get going. Before I call Mr. Michael Noss up here, let's do a quick little sector watch because we definitely missed out on that. So we'll call up Trade Ideas one more time. Look at the sectors today. What's hot versus what's not? Well, we've been talking about energy for a while. Me and Michael actually highlighted the uranium ETF for everybody not too long ago. And that name, look at URA right now. That's actually not on my list right here, URA. But uranium ETF, see again, Neil has changed this, but there's the daily break on uranium. Look at this. Nice move to the upside today. Uranium up 2.2%, taking names today. XLE, let's go bang on that one, man. How long have we been talking about energy right here on this show and on our, can you grab me a water if you get a second here, because we're getting a little over-exhausted right now, or a little, getting a little refreshment there. Breaking through 90 right now goes XLE. This has been a big one, man. We were buying dips on this baby as this continues to go to the upside. So what was weak today? Man, this energy play has been really good, but I can't figure out nat gas. If you can, you win. Because today, nat gas, this is not today, this is the daily chart, but nat gas right now floating near some of these bottoms, man. That name can't get out of its own way. Housing low today as well. What's up with that? If you've been waiting for an opportunity to get into home builders like Uncle Warren, is Warren going to call me in a second there? Do you have that on that board, or maybe not? But nice move up. Oh, I thought I just heard him call. No, that was my wife. Okay. Move back down to 80 there. Take advantage of home builder move. Hello? Hello, Lennar? Okay, we'll figure out what stocks he likes. But that's what's up to that. So nice move down today. Pick up some home builders if you do get a chance. Thanks for that, Ramin. I don't know. We have too much fun on the show. What else is down today? Gold minus 2.1%. The XRT, the retail. Although we did discuss this the other day. Thanks, Fabian. Drinking time. Yeah, straight vodka. Nothing like a nice, get your Trader TV, which you cannot get, by the way, but we do have water bottles right there. If you come in here, maybe I'll give one to you. All right, that's enough of me. Let's go over to Trader Talk. Mr. Michael Noss, you are a fan favorite on the show and one of my favorites as well. So how's the family? How's the weekend? Hope you had a good long weekend. We celebrate it with Trader TV 30 expiring right now. So if people want to go grab that, make sure they grab that before, is it the day's end? I believe today will be their last opportunity to grab that.
Yeah, with day's end, Trader TV 30 saves you 30% off trade ideas. As for the weekend, it was fantastic. Not a lot happened, and that's kind of what you're looking for, I guess, when you're an old dad like me, is a nice quiet weekend. Now, I do have Cisco up. I know you want to talk about Cisco for a second there, Sean. Up on the charts here,
Yep.
and it's a little bit long in the tooth for me
Okay.
personally, with this straight move up from right from earnings, right? These earnings were obviously super powerful. It's the yellow vertical line on the screen here. We've just been straight up. But one of my favorite entries on earnings play like this is the anchored VWAP from right before the earnings date. We have a scan for this in Trade Ideas. It's one of my favorite setups. I absolutely love it. That's sitting around 55.50.
Okay.
Obviously going to update as time goes on, but if we can get a little bit of a pullback to there, I think that might be your area if you like it fundamentally, to take a look at the overall stock. But a little bit too much for me, I think, right here and now.
Yeah, that's okay. I wanted to look at that because I was also thinking, I'm going to put you on the spot just a little bit here, Michael. I don't know if you guys have it. Maybe it's a feature we have to include in Trade Ideas. Do you have anything that shows the historical PE of a company? Because that's something that I feel like is pretty important. We hear all the time, like, this stock is overvalued or undervalued, right? And sometimes we like to look at PEs on the show. Is that something that, I know you have the current PE listed. Do you know anything where we can find out historical PEs at all with Trade Ideas, or no, not yet?
Not currently, but hey, we love you guys and your audience. That's definitely something I'm going to bring to the dev team tomorrow, see if we can get like a PE chart or something. Now, as a technician, right, for me, it's not something that's super interesting,
Right.
but if there's enough people out there, we'll certainly build that in. My buddy JC always says it best. Why would you ugly up something as beautiful and pure as price with something
Right.
as weird as earnings, right?
I'm all about beautification of things. It's too bad that I can't beautify myself a little bit there. But you messaged me. You were talking about seeing some weakness underneath the hood of this market, right? So you specifically mentioned the SPY. Are there a few names? Is there some sort of an indicator that's sort of giving off some alarm bells to you where our traders could maybe sit back and say, hey, maybe it's not all roses as we head into September?
Yeah, I took some profits off the table today because of this. So first chart I show you is the S&P 500 right here. We have the SPY. I just want you to note today's candle, which is kind of right over here, right? Little quiet day, seems like nothing really is happening. But one of the things that we do awesome at Trade Ideas is we like to look under the hood. So this is part of the web version right here that you can get for absolutely free. This chart that I'm showing here on the right is basically a breakdown of all of the stocks in the market, what is up on the day and what is down on the day. Now, you would expect with a quiet little inside day that we had on the SPY, nothing really going on, a much more even distribution between winners and losers on this chart.
Right.
But if you look, you see a lot of red and not a whole lot of green. That made me look over here on RSP. So RSP quickly is basically just, you've got the S&P 500, you got those 500 names. They are weighted by how big the company is. So
Right.
Apple has way more of a effect on the S&P 500 than a smaller company. Now, the RSP takes the same 500 names and it equally weights them. So every single stock has the same amount of weighting. Now, if you compare today's candle, which is on this one is big, it's red, it opened at the high, it closed at the low, it's really, really ugly. That shows me that many stocks, which confirms what we see in this histogram right here, many stocks are red and only a few names held us up. So last thing I did here is I did a kind of a direct comparison. So our blue line here is the S&P 500, down 0.35% on the day, weekday, but nothing really crazy. The pink line here is that RSP, that equally weighted SPY, down 1.12% on the day. So all of these things together have me a little bit worried that what we saw today was strength, but basically just strength in tech, and then everything else kind of faded off. And that has me a little bit worried for, maybe the Mr. Market knows something that we don't.
Yeah, was there anything specific, a specific sector that maybe underneath the hood there was a little weak? I mean, we talked about the home builders today, down 3.9, silver down, gold down, gas down. You know what? What do you make of UNG? Are you ever trading? I know you'll trade anything, so let's probably put that out in the forefront there. And I know price means absolutely everything. But natural gas, like on a day when oil's basically breaking out, I thought energy, or oil's been breaking out for a while, but I thought energy would be hot coming into the fall and into the winter. Apparently it's going to be a pretty nasty winter. Our fingers crossed that it's not. But do you ever take seasonality or anything into account when you're maybe putting on swing trades?
Yeah, I love seasonality. It's something that I'm studying more and more, especially this year because the seasonality is mirroring so closely. Now, gentlemen, I'll probably have him reach out to you, be on the show, is Jeff Hirsch, who writes the Stock Traders Almanac, and he does a lot of work with seasonality. Basically, we all know, or if you don't, I'm about to tell you that September is usually a pretty nasty month for the market, and October, the beginning of October, is particularly nasty as well. Right. So we've followed seasonality really, really closely. So maybe we're seeing this. Now, they also have a saying in there to buy in October and get yourself sober, which basically just means if we have a nasty beginning to October, end of September, that dip is usually buyable into the end of the year. But yeah, the seasonality is kind of worrisome. Now, on my screen here, I just put something up where I know you won't be able to see this, but just focus on the colors there of the actual rows. And basically, you asked what was up and what was down. All I have really up good today was uranium, which again, we've been pounding the table, the two of us, for a while now, and some PFIX, which is basically just an ETF that I watch that tracks interest rate hedges. And then everything else is red. So it seems like we're being held up by energy here, and then everything else, and a little bit of tech, but then everything else is showing up red. So I don't know if that means you're right about, we're going to have this nasty winter or whatever that is, but it looks like, tech's holding us up, or tech and energy are holding us up, and everything else is holding us down.
I actually, right here, Michael, I've come to my screen, Ramin, right here. This is exactly this. This is September. So you do have some negativity there last 100 years, down, as we go for that. So that was something else. And then check out this that I found here today as well. Well, here's oil, the cuts, so we'll see about that. Luckin Coffee. Have you ever heard of this Muay Thai? 5.42 million cups of this alcohol-infused latte, Luckin Coffee, screaming to the upside. Don't drink too many of those, Mr. Noss. But this is what...
Absolutely not.
I mean, or drink a lot of them. It's up to you completely. Not while you have some trades on. But look at this, the Fear and Greed Index. This is something that I just noted today. Right now, we're back into the greed spot. I'll try to make this a little bit bigger. Those of you that want to follow me, at TraderTV Sean, at Michael Noss, CMT, I believe. Oh, it's on the screen there as well. Oh, we got to change that little birdie there. That should be an X. So we'll do that. Come on, Ramin. All right. It's not your fault. Okay, but 1 year ago, we were at 42. So obviously, we know the market's, how it's changed in 1 year, of course. A month ago, we were at 69. We were at neutral, the last close, and a week ago at 50. So we're now starting to step into that greed spot. So that goes sort of to what you were saying as well, Michael, about how you may want to look underneath and make sure that it's not just your portfolio full of tech names that might be working. You might have a little bit of a pullback down in here, as greed in the market is always a decent time to take some off, especially if you are trading with options or anything like that, because as people get greedy, premiums start to go upside as everyone chases sort of that relative strength. So any last words before I kick you off here, because we got 10 minutes?
No, I think we both kind of made a case there independently, which is interesting because, as you're right, we weren't talking too much today. But I had a bunch of technical stuff saying, hey, I'm a little bit worried, and you found some sentiment and things like that have you a little bit worried. So, again, we are in an overall bull market. The market is bullish right now. We could pull back all the way to 420 on the SPY, and I'm not worried at all. But for the short term, I think we're both kind of agreeing that we may be in for some choppiness. We may be in for some weakness. So if you're a long-only trader, maybe look to put on some hedges if you agree with us. If you're a shorter-term trader, maybe you sell some stuff and look to take some shorts. For me, I sold a bunch of stuff today, and I put on a inverse ETF as a hedge. But after talking to you, I may actually go off now and add to that if the liquidity is still good.
Well, as Bobby McFerrin says, don't worry, be happy. So we won't worry about anything. We will just trade what we see in front of us. And thank you so much, Michael, for coming through. I like that we can go back and forth. Technical, let's get some sentiment in there. And maybe it is time to worry about some of those longs. That's Michael Noss. Thank you so much for joining us. And you can follow him on Twitter.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Michael. And that was Trader Talk. Who liked that Bobby McFerrin right there? I mean, you know, we got to pull those out. We're not just talking about like Drake or anything like that. We're going way back to the old school. So yeah, again, thanks Michael for coming through on that. Very, very important for sure. And as you can see, I'm always keep the chat here, although you can't see it because sometimes it's blocked by my head, which is completely fine. But there it is. Look, a lot of love for Michael as well. I'm going to see if I can get Michael to maybe stay in the chat and answer any questions for you guys as we go through. But there it is. Shout out. Thank you so much for all of that talk, man. And that's interesting because the RSP, so you learn a little something right there on an equal weight. I don't personally, to me, you know, I feel like the reason why I want to buy some of the SPY or the NASDAQ Qs is because actually they are overexposed to some of those NASDAQ names. I feel especially, not that I'm long in the tooth, but if you have a lot of time on your side, I still like technology, but I do like RSP there and some of the things that we were talking about there with the greed index and then September, generally speaking, on that chart that I showed. And again, please go out there and follow me at Trader TV Sean. The one thing that we can all do right now, though, is please do this because it actually does make a big difference to the algorithm, and we're trying to get this thing flying. Go in, hit the like button. Oh, I got to sign in. I am signed in, but hit the like, hit the subscribe right now. Come on, man. Popped out the chat. Let's get that going. Make sure that you put the comments in there. Let me know if there's anything else you want to look at when we do this kind of a show, because we only have a half hour. And Ramin just told me that the death clock, which expires at 4:30, is not working today. So who knows how long this show will go, but I promise to you and your loved ones, you can get out of here at 4:30 because we're almost done with only 5 minutes left right now. Let's go over I don't have a trade review button on here. So let's just do this because I like this. I have no, oh yeah, this is the long one. I have absolutely no breaking news whatsoever for anybody. We can check, man, I don't know why they let me do this. Oh yeah, I know why. But yeah, nothing really popping off right now. We will check out anything breaking right now. If I see anything hitting the news wire, some cannabis names obviously moving today. We could talk about cannabis. That could be our trade of the day. I wanted to highlight Boeing just because it's not a name that we normally trade here on the show, and I did want to highlight that. But before we do anything, let me just go see what Zscaler is doing quickly still. All right, so a nice move up to 170 right now on Zscaler and still moving around. Okay, why I want to talk about Boeing is, again, so, you know, we can always talk about why we make trades, and I really like what Michael said there. Sometimes it doesn't really matter about your own personal feelings about a trade, and it actually should really never matter unless you're holding something for a longer term or maybe a swing trade where you really feel that you want to hold this name for some kind of reason. Either you're getting a macro event like these conferences that are happening right now with Goldman Sachs, and we saw AMD rip up on that today. But again, if you know something, you're not really supposed to. So you got to be careful on some of those things. And when we're live on the show, I'm just trading support and resistance more often than not. And that brings me over to what was a really successful trade for me today, and that's Boeing. So just right into here, I just want to talk about some of the setups. I mean, how many of you, I'm working on SeanKatina.com, so that's going to be coming through very, very soon as well, where I want to put up some different trade ideas on there as well. But you can see right now coming through Boeing. I mean, this is the kind of trade that we really like. Right off the open, it gives you that high. But there's no way that I can see this trade off the open because I'm just looking at different names. So that's fine. So you put Boeing in your back pocket, then it comes up on scanners, right? And look what happened to Boeing. Makes this bottom down there to 221. Like, what a great fall. So we know it has legs, and that's something that's important. And I'm not talking about ZZ Top. That probably went over everybody's head. You know, she's got legs. All right, whatever. But anyways, all right, nice move to the downside. It comes back up, and we actually missed it there. It would have been short again. But then it comes in. We shorting this. 25 cents worth of risk to the top side of 224. Take advantage of this as it comes all the way back down to 223 and change. We actually reloaded it again when it came back up. Now this was the play. We're able to hold it. Now obviously coming into 4 o'clock, we don't hold it. We go to the screen here because we're just going to show this. Comes back in, getting it out on VWAP again, getting it out on VWAP, getting it out on the break, and just getting it out on some more support and resistance. The point about this trade is it's not Google. I mean, I can show you my Amazon trades today, AMC trades and everything. The reason why we show this is it's not a name that I normally trade, yet it fell right into our lap because it came right back to pass support and resistance. And you know what? I almost used Apple as a trade of the day, but those of you that were watching out for me here, oh, we have bad wicks. And I actually tweeted out, even worse. I even tweeted, sorry about that. We have this crazy wick down here. But look, shorting it early off of predetermined highs here of 188.50. Then it came in and we hit that 190, which created some nice moves down. Believe me when I tell you, there's 50, 60 cents worth of trades there on the end of the day. But wait for key levels to develop and you will have big trades. And I know that looks ridiculous, but Apple was a great trade off of 190 today. So maybe we'll get off of Apple and just call up something else. What's NVIDIA doing here in the after hours? 485. Okay, kind of going. Let's wait to see on that one. Let's go over to our next topic because we cannot miss what is my favorite topic. Do you have it over there? I don't know still why it's not on the board. I got to make some notes. Hit the roll call. Yeah, we'll do Stock Blitz. I mean, Stock Blitz and roll call. Come over to the screen right now. We'll do roll call right here real quick. I actually have the Stock Blitz one on here. I don't have the roll call one. So doesn't stop around here. There it is. Shout out for everybody here. Who's here right now? Let's do a quick roll call as we have less than 1 minute to go. Gabby McBoston. Botson is here. What's up to you? What's up to Tony Price? Streamlabs is here. Euthanasia. I know Streamlabs is just an AI. What's up to Angelica? The Juice is loose, and he wants to talk about DocuSign. Sure, let's look at DocuSign, okay? That's going to be a stock that we're going to look at right next. What's up to Bears versus Bulls, of course. Oleg is here. GitLab is out. GTLB. Quickly on that one, let's have a quick look at GitLab as, where is this one moving? Nice upside move. So shout out to you. Just mentioned, yes, Floyd. Go Pack, go. Floyd, friend of mine. Right now, I think Jordan Love's going to have a decent year. Still like our running game. I like those young receivers that the Packers do have. Hey, Sean, he says, what's up to Jack of all trades? Right now, Natalia's here. She's always here. You are right. What's up? Wow, everybody's here. Okay, it's been years. What's up, Gabby McBotson? It's been years. I don't know. It's been a lot of times for me. But we cannot go without talking about Super Chats because without viewers, this show is nada. So thank you to Bears vs. Bulls. He's the guy that's putting this all together. So let's shout him out today, Friday and Monday. Javi, Rory, PDG Keeper, LGD, JK, Ian Respetto. I answered one of your questions today as well. Hurricane Dicka, D Queen, what's up? Russell Jackson. What's up to Australia? Johan Adonis, Nick W. Doors, new members GDS, and James Roy. Thank you so much to everybody for joining us again. Hey, what's up? Humble Ninja as well. So GitLab, let's just go over those numbers real quick here. So before we go, GTLB. What's up to my wife if you're here? All right, there's GitLab right now. Ooh. What? Oh, red, but expected to come out negative. So, okay. So they're looking for adjusted EPS right now forward, 8 versus 5. So in that range, somewhere versus 14. So that's really nice. This is their actual number. This came out at 409. So we must have talked about it when it did. 2 versus 1 versus 4. So that's good. Always better to lose less than you're expected. Doesn't want to lose money. Revenue number only 140 million, but still beat. So yeah, GitLab making moves to the high side there. What does this look on the daily? Because I know we've been a little disappointed with some GitLab here, especially off their IPO. But nah, this is good, man. Coming right back in. What is the GitLab high? I feel like we had an 80 handle on this, but maybe we didn't. Yep, maybe we did. So there's GitLab up here. Anyways, just trying to break through this channel. I still like this name. I think there's going to be a trade for that coming up. But thank you so much once again for watching the show. This is after the market. So we'll be doing this every day. We'll talk about sectors. We'll look at some earnings. We're going to have bigger guests. Well, not bigger, same. Quality guests coming through. Natalie Brunell's going to come through and talk about crypto. We have Chris Bretcher from Simpler Trading coming and talking all about sort of the prop side of things. Michael giving us some of his takes as well. Daniel Shea on the options side and many more to come. We had Kreda as trading psychologist. Many cool guests coming through. So which inverse ETFs to trade? Thank you so much. They're VT. There's lots of inverse ETFs, man. I mean, you can get those going. SOX L and everything going, triple ETFs. I just want to say those are pretty risky. Make sure you do your due diligence on those. Great to day trade, not great to hold long term because, excuse me, you get, I'm going to hold this, I'm going to hold this on this. Price decay. if you're trading some of those, because you got to flip in and out of options, right? And those will decay over time. Don't hold something inverse too long in your long-term portfolio. I'm Sean Katina. This has been a great opportunity for me to spend more time with you, and I hope you come back tomorrow. So shout out to everybody at Trader TV Live. Shout out to Kat, who's getting out here. Shout out to Ramin. We're the only 3 left. The sole survivors, and Obi's always here as well. So shout out to Obi, who's doing work at his desk. But hey, we had a green day today, pretty successful, really happy to be here with you. And we're gonna be back tomorrow at 8:30. So I'm Sean Katina, go follow me at Trader TV Sean on Twitter, and we'll be back tomorrow. Everyone, have a great evening, ciao.